If you've taken a peek at almost anyone's analytics, you'll see that Wyoming is usually dead last in their US-based audiences, often getting beat out by the District of Columbia, which isn't even a state. But Wyoming isn't the subject of this video. It's actually another state that's right at the bottom with them, Vermont. Vermont typically gets beat out by DC as well and is 50th place in YouTube's analytics. And today I'm going to explore America's Canadian wannabe and wait, that exists state by going on a journey through Vermont. Vermont is a state in New England bordered by Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and New York. Based on the 2024 US Census, Vermont has a population of 648,000, which is just a 5,000 people increase. To put that into perspective, in 2020, Vermont had a population of 643,000, and North Dakota had a population of 779,000, but now has a population of 796,000. That's an increase of 15.83%. And Vermont's change was only 2.77%. That's even less than Alaska. More people would rather live in a frozen glacier playground than sitting in a comfy log cabin drinking a glass of milk. Yep, Vermont's state beverage is milk. But at least their state refreshment isn't that unusual considering 19 other states have the same thing. But if we look at the state foods, Vermont's state flavor is maple, and now I'm even more convinced that Vermont is Canada's long-lost province. Their state fruit is an apple, and state pie is apple pie. I think Vermonters really like apples. But perhaps the most peculiar dish on this list is the state vegetable, which is the gill-feather turnip. Remind me to never move to Vermont. Vermont is nicknamed the Green Mountain State because when that's the only thing you have to offer, it's kinda hard to nickname your state anything else. Montpelier is the capital of Vermont and the least populated state capital, presumably because it's in Vermont. The governor of Vermont is Phil Scott, but perhaps the most famous government figure in Vermont is Bernie Sanders, who isn't even from Vermont. That's right, the most famous person in Vermont was born in New York City. That should tell you everything you need to know. Vermont is the sixth smallest state by area, giving it a population density of 70 people per square mile. Quite surprising, as I thought the state itself had just 70 people. And lastly, to wrap this up, Vermont was actually a country before their entry as the 14th state. The Vermont Republic was an official country from 1777 to 1791. Yeah, it's so short that if someone was born when the country began, they wouldn't have even hit high school when it ended. The currency used was the Vermont copper, and the governor for most of its existence was Thomas Chittenden. Chittenden. Yep. Okay, so what have we learned from all this?